Yeah. Take care of it. And then be on the conference. He said that they basically it's usually like somebody ends up getting thrown in and there's like 2 votes or something.
For March, she's pretty big.
It's like I might get thrown in.
Right?
Yeah. Just by a lot. Yeah.
She is.
I'm gone.
Thursday afternoon.
I might prefer mid to late afternoon.
Yeah, so she's going.
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
So radio assisting, you don't get right into energy, you just take an extra year. And you'll get it more than likely get it high.
Good morning, everybody. We'll get this rolling. I was just saying, I don't think there's anything harder than getting the system set up to go every time. It's a good thing we have a professional that doesn't. So we'll call to order. Yeah, first thing is the agenda.
I'll move to approve the agenda as provided.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Minutes of the January 13th board meeting.
And I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Open retirement. We have to open this up the way it's set up, and we're going to open it up from April 1st through September 30th. So any eligible employee can sign up for open retirement. Part of that is they have to have their retirement set up with IPERS to qualify for the county benefits.
I'll make a motion to open it.
And I'll second it.
Any comment, questions on that?
And is this where we're gonna possibly offer them benefit for insurance if they retire?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Part
thank
of it.
you. Yep,
Yep, based on percentage of how many years they've been here. So
yep, thank you.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Appointment of the emergency management of Quincy Keck. They did an interview process. I think they had a dozen or more applicants. And I believe they chose her.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second, and I'll also say Quincy is, works with Bridgeview, so has a good knowledge of the community, so I appreciate that, so. Yeah, I second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Appointment of Blacksburg Library, is that the board or the?
Library board.
Library board. Sherry Saylor.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Purchase of old railroad right of way for Derek Clark down by Eldon. This is like a very small slither, right, Brad? And apparently we have the deed to it, so. And Bob Breckenridge over at County Attorney's Office says we can just sign it over, so.
He's adjacent property on it.
Yep.
And how big a space was it as far as acres or square foot? Was it really small or?
30-foot wide strip, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
So it was a little over an acre.
Okay, yeah.
And all the rest of it around it was already dispersed to the neighbors, so that was the only piece that wasn't.
I'll make a motion to proceed.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Liquor license for Elliott Oil Company, Highway 63 South BP.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Personnel, request of payroll approval, new hire, secondary roads. You got your guy Phil, who'd you end up choosing?
Donald Flynn, formerly, with, Burlington Northern Railroad. And, we had 13 applicants, I think it was. But, he was by far the best fit for us at this point.
And when will he be starting?
He has started yesterday.
Oh,
Any other questions on that?
is that typical before we approve it?
Yeah, with the 2 weeks.
You mean 2 weeks?
Because we only meet every 2 weeks, usually Dawn does it at the beginning. As long as they get the papers turned in to the auditor.
And I'll move to approve the hiring of Donald Flynn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any other business?
So I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
So I was watching a little bit of the Ottumwa Community, the school board meeting last night, and at the end of the meeting, Superintendent McGrory had talked about wanting to get involved in the Alta Vista housing development project that the school district and Indian Hills, I believe it was, wanted 3 lots apiece out on that property to build, I think it was 6 units, housing units or whatever. Have they discussed any of that with you guys, the city, GoPip, or anybody that's under that development group about anything with that property, with that project?
They have not, as far as I'm aware.
Okay,
Yeah, I've been in meetings with GoPip on that property before. And knock on wood, I believe something's already getting set up with a company somewhere, so they're just waiting for the information to release, so
okay.
a whole development.
I guess I assumed that they wanted a part of this was the project that you guys are with, that they
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
do
we're
stuff
third
with.
partners, so
But I didn't think that either one of them was a partner, were they?
No.
In that? Okay,
GoPip, the city and us,
okay,
we all went thirds.
yeah,
And last, we were asked if we would give up our third to draw in this company, and then the city would put the roadway in.
okay,
The new street, so
okay,
the septic and sewer and stuff, but. And I'd had, like I said, if we agreed we'd give up our third to get that done, but that's the last I heard of it, so
okay. How long ago was that?
it's been a couple months, so.
Okay. What is like the infrastructure like out there? Does it already have water and sewer out there, or would it have to be all new out there?
It'd have to be all new.
Okay,
I mean, there's hookups there, of course, but
right,
yeah, so that was part of the deal is the company didn't want to have to do all that, so the city.
okay,
Yeah, we may have to volunteer some machinery or some time out there to help move some dirt to get the road set up. That would be the big thing, is they don't want to do any of the groundwork. They just want to come in and build.
right. Okay. I just wanted to ask you guys if they had been in any kind of contact with you, either the school district or the college, about
Yeah, not
any
to my-
involvement
not
with
to my
that.
knowledge, but
Okay,
maybe that's why I did have a message from Mark yesterday to call him.
okay,
I got out meetings at 8 o'clock, so I didn't call him.
all right.
But yeah, so. Yeah, that might be legitimate, but I think McGrory is also retiring.
He is, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was a little surprised when they mentioned that, because I didn't think that they were part of the development group that, was in charge of, establishing housing out there. So I didn't know
So
if they had had prior conversations with either Mark or the city or somebody else, or with you guys about.
we had actually talked to them and the college before about coming in and doing some developments, but because they had already, each one that was already doing a project, they would,
Yeah,
and then they have to sell those projects. So
yeah.
I don't think they were sold one on Court Street yet, have they?
I don't know.
No, it's.
They said that they build about, what, 2 houses a year, I think it was. I think they said they built 8 in the last 4 or 5 years, but one of those was a fourplex. So, you know, that kind of counts as units, but they seem very eager to want to be able to do something out there. So I didn't even know what,
Well, it's a great program to teach you some
yeah,
hands-on skills. And I know they're selling houses down by Liberty quick. But I know Centerville, they built one, the college built one, and it's still sitting.
mhm.
It's a $500,000 house in a neighborhood without a $500,000 house.
Well, the ones that they build out by Liberty School, I mean, those went up. I think both the school district and the college were building something out there, and I
Correct,
think those went,
They went fast, yeah.
yeah. So, okay, that was all.
Don't, but if I find out something else from Mark, I'll let you know.
I may reach out to Mark myself just to see what is going on there, if
That would
anything.
make sense why he left a message in one of the meetings. I was just ready to call him, so
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna be in trouble. All right. Yes, Travis.
Just curious if you guys have seen the new, proposals from the governor and the House on property tax and what those kind of things they have in them. Have you seen any of that stuff?
I started on the first one.
That was at the Senate bill.
Yeah, I believe Senate first drop.
So the governor's proposal, to put it shortly, would be devastating to small towns.
2% increase to budget.
So it has a 2%
No more
budget
than a
cap.
1% raise for any municipality employees.
It has 10% carryover for budget, which wouldn't even cover salaries until we collect taxes most of the time. It has a $25,000 residential exemption for the way it states it is any residential property would receive a $25,000 exemption on it. Exemptions aren't backfilled by the state. So that would wipe any amount of, I know, speaking with the Appanoose County assessor, he kind of ran a test on Moulton down there, one of their small towns, and they have, I think, 9.8 million in taxable valuation, and putting that $25,000 exemption in would remove $5 million of taxable value in that small town. So it would be that bill would be very devastating to small towns, and there are a lot of properties in Atoma that are 25,000 or less as well. So it would have a big impact on us as well. I can't remember exactly what was in the House. Another thing in the governor's was anyone over, was either 60 or 65 with no mortgage on their property would be tax exempt up to like $350,000 of value on a home. So again, that would take quite a bit of revenue from the county, but I get them kind of mixed up because you're looking at all of them at the same time, but hopefully none of them pass as written, because they would be pretty difficult for us to maintain with that. But just wanted to see if you guys were aware of those things. So
I understand that the Congress and hers are very similar too.
I think the houses and the governors are more aligned than the Senate's. The Senate's gets rid of the rollback. I don't believe there's anything in the House or the governors that says anything about getting rid of the rollback. So Yeah. But
Wasn't it 2% growth capped every year? But you would also get revenue from new construction.
correct.
That was, so it's 2% plus whatever you would get back from that. So it makes it sound like cities and counties need to start building things. If they really want that revenue,
So
right?
here's the small issue with the plus new construction is basically all new construction within the city goes on urban revive. So it's tax exempt to begin with anyway. So that makes it difficult to collect when it's tax exempt anyway. So that would make it difficult. And then the other part of that is, you know, if you have a project, like I'll use our office, for instance, we're saving for a project to be completed in 2032. And that is a project that the state does have the capability to come in and tell us that we have to do. That's not what happened. We've contracted for it before that happens. But if we weren't actively budgeting for that and they put a 2% in or 2% cap on, the assessor's budget can't bond for anything, so we would have no way to ever be able to raise enough to pay for projects like that. So I mean, there's things that are going to be difficult to do, I guess it is about the only way to put it.
No.
Yeah, that's what you can save it for the bridge in Eldon, save it for new 911 tower.
Well, and if the 10% carryover, Pat, I don't know how you ever save for anything if you can only carry a 10% carryover. So that would be something to figure out, I guess.
Does that carry over in all the proposals, the House, the Senate, and the governor's proposal?
Just the governor's.
Okay,
Just the governor's proposal.
but are they all 2% caps?
No,
I would.
they're not all two, but they're a lot lower than.
One of them ties to CPI. So that the Senate bill, I think, is the one that ties to CPI, and the other two, I believe, are 2% plus new construction. And I have not dove in to figure out how that CPI works. It's obviously based on inflation, but I don't know what that calculation actually works like.
So the new construction piece of it, you said that anything built in the city would go into urban revitalization, and yet that's tax exempt, right?
If it's applied for, yes,
But
other than the school portion of the taxes.
But like, what if Quick Star, somebody wanted to come in and build one of their convenience stores out at, the junction of 149 and 63, that's
Mhm.
not inside city limits. So would the county benefit from that, from the property tax that would be paid on that then?
Yeah, so we don't have any sort of revitalization set up in the county areas. It's strictly incorporated cities that have those. That would be, if the board approved something like that, then it would fall under that. But as it sits, no, there wouldn't be anything. If it was out in the county, it would that value would come on right away.
Okay.
Of course, the city would annex that, Yeah, so yeah, future's not real bright because we're discovering in budget time. So
I have a couple of items. Okay, thank you. Lester is here from First Presbyterian Church, and he wanted to report back to us this. He doesn't want to speak to us, apparently.
he's
So,
done it before. So
yeah, the $5,000 gets them 2,825 boxes, And that results in 235 boxes per month that they distribute with 33 pounds of food per box. So we wanted to let us know that our contribution accomplishes something for them.
And thank you for doing that. So
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm. And then, one other thing, we had this in our information. I would like to get more information from the city on the request to reduce the taxes before we decide on anything. If you want me to, I could talk to Cole and get that information.
That would be great.
So, and that's just for your information. I just didn't
on
want
the
to.
tax sales certificates.
Yeah. So I think we'll probably put this on the agenda next time. But I'll get some more information for us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think Lori had some stuff for that too. She emailed.
Okay, I'll start with that.
That's the policy that we've been working on.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Treasurer semi-annual report, July, December. Motion to approve on that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second,
Treasurer's investment report, December 25.
and I'll make the motion to approve that.
I'll second.
We have nothing else. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
And I'll second.
Thank you, everybody. Brad, we're open on the 5th. If you want to, can you do 3 o'clock?
I think they actually came up here to either visit briefly or coordinate a.
Coordinate the days. Yeah, that's what we were trying to coordinate. Got that advertised.
So anytime on the fifth, as far as I know.
We was looking